guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, bringing you the April 2019 reading. As you can see, we are having some lovely weather here in San Diego. It is a beautiful, cloudless, blue sky. I tried to seek a little bit of shade because it is a little warm in the sun right now. And the weather is about 80 some degrees, which is freaking awesome. I'm happy that I actually get to wear like no sweater today. I get to wear like a tank top. So anyway, before we dive into our reading today, I do have an announcement for you guys, and that is about the Wally's World, A Healing Journey Through Sacred Sites Oracle, which will be available on Kickstarter on April 12th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I have created a video already that kind of talks about the deck a little bit. It shows some of the cards, and I'm really interested in yeah, seeing how it goes, and I'm so excited about this, like you don't even know. So yeah, I'm very happy about this, and I'm going to be using this deck for this month's reading, so let's do that. Today I was super excited to be able to do my live chat. Today I'm actually filming this before April Fool's Day. But I got to do the live chat with my homies on Saturday today, which I haven't been able to do in a long time because I am a track and field coach, and usually on Saturdays we have invitationals for our athletes, but today just happened to be a day where we didn't have an invitational, so I was so excited to be able to do a live chat. I probably will be able to do a live chat next weekend. I don't think the weekend after, but possibly maybe the weekend after that. I don't know. I will keep you guys updated. But anyway, I'm super excited to jump in to April's reading because I know that there's like just so much energy of like stuff going on, and I put that in my newsletter, which those of you that are signed up with my newsletter will receive that today. Today being for you April 1st, and no, it is not an April Fool's joke. You are definitely receiving a newsletter. So let's dive into what April has in store for us. So I'm going to be picking a theme card, and that theme card is going to come from the Wally's World Oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shuffle and see what the theme is for April. I don't know, there's a couple different themes coming out, so I'm just gonna ask that we have one theme only. All right, looks like we have our theme card. Ooh. We have these beautiful trees with lots of lavender and some fog down here at the bottom, and also Wally hiding here amongst the trees. This was taken by Steph from the YouTube channel Journal de Femme Moderne Spiritual Steph. She is out in Belgium, and she sent this picture in for this oracle deck. And so what I'm getting for the theme is sometimes we get overwhelmed with you know, projects. Like I was doing the Wally's World Oracle. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by our to-do lists and things like that, and so and it's just to take a step back, you know, instead of like, oh my gosh, I got all this to do and all this to do and all this to do. It's like, whoa, step back and look at the bigger picture, you know. So why are you doing each of these activities, and which of these activities can maybe go in a little bit of a different order? You know, which activities have more of a time limit on them, and which of them maybe can be done later. So our theme for this month is just to reevaluate your to-do list and all the things that must get done and all the things that maybe can get put off until later. Of course, still doing good work on them, but just not getting overwhelmed. So time management, we might say, for April might be some time management. And yes, there's lots of crazy spring energy, and you know, everybody wants to run around like a crazy rabbit, but you know, or jackrabbit, as I've seen jackrabbits before. They're pretty cool. But yeah, just to look at that to-do list, and does everything absolutely need to be done this second? Or in your head, does it just need to be done this second? Or literally, can it just be done a little bit later? So as not to overwhelm yourself. So reevaluate, delegate if you can, and figure out on what order things need to go in terms of time. Right from my beautiful deck of color from the Color Gypsy, which is this deck here, I'm gonna pull a color for the month of April. So let's see, what is our color for the month of April? Ooh, I think this might be our color. Ha! Selfish time. And it's this kind of like almost oxblood color, like brownish red. So did I not just say the theme for the month of April was to not overwhelm yourself with your to-do list, but figure out in what order things need to be done, and here we get some selfish time, which means that somewhere in that to-do list, you need to put yourself as top priority. So what absolutely needs to be done right now? Probably you. You need to work on you. Help give yourself some relaxation time, some actual relaxation time, and not just like, well, I meditated for 5 minutes, I should be good to go for the next 25 hours. You know, so just remembering to schedule yourself within all of that, and that shouldn't overwhelm you. Now be like, oh, and then I gotta take care of myself too. Okay, let's look at each thing on the list, and okay, this can be done at a later date, possibly next week. This can be done in a couple of days. Oh, okay, this one needs to get done right now because we're out of eggs and I need eggs for tonight's dinner. You know, we need but then don't forget to schedule yourself. Okay, so we have that reddish brown color for this month's color. Then I like to pull an essential oil, and that comes from my essential oil oracle cards. And let's see what essential oil can help us out for the month of April. Let's see. And the card that we get is Juniper Berry. Projection. The trigger statement is, my mind does not rest. You know, I got so much on my mind, I got so much on my to-do list. Oh, I can't sleep, I can't take time out for myself. I can't. It's a whole lot of negative going on there. The true statement, I listen to my higher self. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? Very good. I mean, how does that not go along with the theme and the color for this month? I just like how you can just like pull from different decks and the universe's message will keep coming through. So for the beginning of our reading, so our theme is to kind of take a step back, see things for what they are and their order of importance of needing to get done. Make sure you schedule a little bit of yourself. And if you have this, my mind can't rest because I gotta do X, Y, and Z. Well, what's your higher self gotta say? Higher self's probably like, you need to take some time out for yourself. This will get done when it gets done. Or this one actually doesn't need to get done for another week. Why are you stressing about it like right now? So yeah. Also wanted to show you guys the stone for the month of April. Is this beautiful piece of like orangey quartz that I found out in the Anza Borrego Desert when we were going out to see the desert in full bloom, you know, since all the rains. And I just feel like quartz and any stone that you find in your area, so like anything around your house, anything that you found on like a little trip around town, is going to be really grounding, really healing for us this month. So quartz. Yes, for me, I mean, my area is kind of covered in quartz in the Anza Borrego Desert. You're basically walking on quartz crystals everywhere. But find a stone that is from home for you this month. For the rest of the reading, I'm going to be pulling a card for health, a card for love, a card for family, a card for friendship, a card for money, and the sixth card, a card for work. And for that, I'm going to be using the Vintage Erotic Tarot. So yes, if you are under 18 years of age, you may want to ask your parents' permission before you look at the rest of this video, as there are vintage nudes on these cards, and if nudity offends you, you probably just want to look away. But I see it as more art than it is looking at it in a negative manner. Okay, so beautiful backings, by the way. Lovely, lovely gilding. Okay, so let's pull our cards and then we'll take a look at them. First card I pulled was for health. We got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting for this here is, as it pertains to like fitness, diet, perhaps there's some ailments you've been working with, things that have actually been diagnosed by a doctor and you're working closely with your doctor, perhaps taking medication for them. Maybe you have a specific diet for that, or, it seems like a lot of us have been on top of our game when it comes to at least following doctor's orders somewhat, and taking care of ourselves, because I think a lot of us realize that if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we supposed to take care of other people and be like 100% and give 100% of our energy if we don't have 100% of ourselves? So this is just a reminder to continue helping yourself, because you know that this is going to help others in the process, to help your children, if you're a caretaker, how are you going to take care of those people around you? If you are a teacher, how are you going to be 100% there for your students if you're can't even, get away from your desk because, it hurts so much to stand, so King of Pentacles just coming in saying, hey, you're doing a good job, but just continue that work and don't get lax on it. Don't get lazy on it, because that ends up no bueno, and you need to help the people around you. But in order to continue to do so, which is what you love to do, continue working on yourself. The next card I have is for love. Their love. Let's see. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Already 2 Pentacles cards. What I have for the Ace of Pentacles, looks like there's something new coming in. This is springtime, and I have seen the bunnies going a little crazy as of late. There seems to be a lot more bunnies. Wonder where that came from. Anyway, so if you're already in a relationship, I see, maybe this relationship going in a new direction, or all positive though. And I see maybe it developing, just taking it to another level a little bit. I'm not saying everybody's going to run off and get married, but just it's gone to another step. If you are not in a relationship, I do see that there are steps towards possibly getting in a new relationship. I'm not saying that it's going to be like the forever, but for spring it might be kind of nice. So yeah, Ace of Pentacles. The card I picked for family. Another Pentacles card. By the way, this deck was shuffled a lot, so I don't know. It's all Pentacles. It's all Earth right now, so it's all the material world that we're talking about. Okay, so for family, we get the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I was just talking about family in my live chat, and we were all talking about how a lot of us have families that are a little cray-cray. Who doesn't have a little bit of cray-cray, in their family? And sometimes, what we want to do is, fix everybody and get everybody to see things, that, seem to be, locked up in their own worlds, and some people just be talking crazy, and why don't they see it, what's going on, and and we put so much energy in trying to, fix people and get people to see things that are going on around them when they can't see them for themselves, or why do they continue to hurt themselves that way? Why don't they just do X, Y, and Z? That takes a lot of time and energy, to try and force somebody into, things that they don't want to do or they're not ready to do yet. So here it's just conserve your energy this month when it comes to family. Family gonna do what they gonna do, whether you tell them to do something or not. They may not listen to you because they're probably not ready. So why waste your breath? It doesn't mean you can't send them love or, healing energy or whatever it may be, or I hope you find your way. But actually just staying on them and yelling at them and getting into fights and stuff like that is just not worth it this month. Then we get into a friendship, the Freund, friendships. King of Swords. Okay, not a Pentacles. We're going into swords. So for friendship, which, by the way, I think that's a pretty awesome sauce, like King of Swords. I'm getting to kind of be a little more, I would say, not authoritative. That's probably not the word I'm thinking about. But to, there are some friends that, they're your friends, but sometimes they do all the talking and you can't get a word in. You can't give your input, they're just blah, 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 blah. They kind of dominate the conversation, or maybe they dominate your energy, or maybe they tend to dominate quite a bit. And maybe they don't know they're doing that. They don't really do that on purpose, because they're your friends, they love you, but maybe they don't know how you might be feeling, like, hey, like, I don't feel like you ever listen to me, or like, we always do what you want to do, so it's like, hey, sometimes with your friendships, you do need to be very clear on the boundaries of your friendships, of when you feel like things have become imbalanced in the friendship. No need to come at them harsh, but just like kind of sit them down and be like, hey bro, or hey my chica, brah. This, I feel sometimes like, as much as I love listening to your stories, that it feels like they're one-sided. I want you to hear my stories too. You can have a civil conversation, but just make sure that your friendships are balanced, and that you set your boundaries in those friendships. Our second to last card is money. I love the little peekaboo show. She's showing off her little britches. Oh, we got the Chariot. I like that for money. It looks like people are, trying to get a handle on, finances. Maybe not perfect, but, at least trying to get a handle on it. Maybe figuring out like, hey, I've been like a little crazy in spending when it comes to this, or I am like overreaching when I try to help everybody out. It's like, not like I'm like rich and famous and I can't like I can't help everybody out monetarily. Maybe you can help them in some other way, but I do feel like you have started to rein that in a little bit, and so this month they're just letting you know to continue to do so, and with this bright sun up here, that you will see that bank account start to rise. You will see abundance start to come in. Not saying you're gonna hit the lottery, but hey, if you do, hey, then go check out Kickstarter and go get the Wally's World Oracle. No, but you'll start to see that as you manage your finances and continue to take control of them instead of letting finances take control of you, that how much more easily like money seems to come in little pieces here and there. Maybe you find a $5 bill on the ground. Like, ooh, anything like that. So yeah, I like the Chariot for money for us this month. All right, in the month of April, our very last card, which was for work, so this is your career, I got the Knight of Cups. Ooh, and it has a Pegasus, and I love this picture. Pictures. This collaginess. Okay, so the Knight of Cups. I really see this as like trying to add a little bit more of yourself into whatever it is that you guys do for a living. Some of us just like have a job because it's like, this job pays the bills, or it's just what I want to do right now, but it's not really what I want to do right now. I have future goals of what I want to do. Okay, whatever it is, to put a little bit of yourself into it anyway, even if this is just a job for right now, even if you're, I'm thinking of the jobs that like some of my high schoolers have. Like some of them work at the movie theater, and some of them work at like Rubio's, some of them work in different little shops at the mall. They don't plan on working there forever. They're just trying to get some cash before they go off to college, some cash for the summer. But it doesn't mean they can't make that job their own. They can't put a little bit of their uniqueness into their job. So what the universe is asking you for the month of April is just to put a little bit of yourself into your job, and just see how your attitude and your mood about that job shifts just a little bit when you make it more personal and you add a little bit of yourself. So yeah. All right, you guys, that was the reading for April 2019. I hope you guys dug this. Remember that it's just a general reading, so it may not, connect with all of you and, every little facet of your life right now, but if bits and pieces of it connect with you, then hey, take it for yourself and figure out how you can work with it. If you didn't connect with it, then maybe it's just not for you at this time, and maybe it's for somebody else who was watching this video, because there are a lot of people that tune in, and so these messages have to try to hit as many people as possible. If, however, you would like something that is more one-on-one, you and me, mano a mano, then just head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have lots of different types of readings. You choose the one that best suits your personality, and yeah, don't forget to head over to Kickstarter on April 12th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm so excited for the Wally's World Oracle. And there are plenty of peeps that have also already been helping me out over on Patreon, and I do like a crystal grid of the month over there. I pull weekly cards. I have like guided meditation live streams, like tarot spreads created just for my KWT tribe over there. I do lots of stuff with them, and if that sounds like fun and something that you want to do, maybe you want to go check it out at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. So yeah, that's it from me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.